Hi guys, I'm Michelle from The Recipe Bandit, and today we're going to be making creamy cucumber salad. I made this 5-minute side dish and it was gone before supper even started. It's not anything to make. It's a classic Midwest potluck and picnic addition. It's fresh cucumbers, it's a little bit of onion, and just a few pantry staples mixed together to make a delicious side dish. On this channel, I help busy families and home cooks create delicious meals using common everyday ingredients. This creamy cucumber salad is one of those. Nothing complicated or super fancy, just everyday food for everyday people. This one, everybody loves this. I don't know why, maybe because of its simplicity, but it takes no time at all to make. Let me show you how. So we have a whole bunch of these little cucumbers that I need to use or I'm going to have to toss. So these particular cucumbers, we don't have to peel, but if you're using regular cucumbers, you're going to need about 4 cups and you'll want to peel them. We're also going to get them all ready and sprinkle them with salt, leave them for 30 minutes so that some of the fluid, some of the water can leach out of them so that our salad isn't so wet. So let's get started. So because this recipe has the cucumbers sit in some salt to leach out some of that water, we're going to talk about the ingredients for the rest of it afterwards. Right now, we are just going to prepare the cucumbers. So we're going to cut the cucumbers into bite-sized pieces, whatever you kind of feel comfortable with. There's not really any specific size. These are small cucumbers, so I'm making them, I don't know, about 1/2 inch thick, and I'm just cutting them into pieces. These cucumbers, as I said, we're not going to bother taking the skins off of these ones. If I was using large regular cucumbers or long English cucumbers, I would, but I'm not going to do that today. So I won't make you guys watch me cut up all of these, but I will finish up and I'll be right back. All right, so these cucumbers have all been cut up now. You can see they're in little bite-sized pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a teaspoon of salt that we have already pre-measured and set aside. We're going to sprinkle it over the top of the cucumbers here, and either using a clean hand or tongs, we're going to just mix up the cucumbers so the salt kind of gets in there. Doing this with the salt, tossing them in the salt, covering them and leaving them to sit for 30 minutes is going to make the cucumbers less soggy. And that way, it's a nicer feel in your mouth when you're eating the creamy cucumber salad. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Once they've been tossed in the salt, you'll want to get some plastic wrap and just cover them and set them aside for 30 minutes at room temperature. And we will use the time while they're waiting to go ahead and make the dressing for our salad. All right, so this salad is made up of the cucumbers, some thinly sliced onion, and a really delicious, bright and tangy dill dressing. And you can see by the ingredients here that there's not a lot in this. We have some mayonnaise. You can use regular or fat-free, low fat, whatever you want, doesn't really matter. We have some garlic powder. We have some apple cider vinegar, some black pepper, some dried dill. You can also use fresh dill, just make sure that you use 3 times as much. And we have about a tablespoon of white sugar. That's going to take the bite of the vinegar off of this salad and just kind of bring the dressing all together. We typically make this in a small bowl or a small measuring cup. I'm a big fan of the small measuring cup because we are going to pour this over top of these cucumbers once they're rinsed and ready. So we are going to go ahead and combine this stuff in this measuring cup now and make this little dressing. The longer this sits, the better it tastes. So we're going to whisk together some mayonnaise, the garlic powder, the black pepper, the white sugar, the dried dill, and our apple cider vinegar to tie it all together. You're just going to mix this until everything is well combined. Oh, it smells so good. Anyway, This is like one of those expensive dressings that you buy in the refrigerated section of the produce department at your grocery store, except there, look, it's already done, and it took me 12 seconds. So we have this dressing all together and ready. After our cucumbers have had their 30 minutes to sit, I'll be right back, and we are going to reassemble this really tasty and simple 5-minute side dish. Hi, we're back. Okay, so this cucumber has been sitting in the salt for 30 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the cucumbers and we're going to put them into a colander. We're going to rinse off all of that salt. And then we're going to return it to this bowl. This bowl will be what we toss our salad together in. So we're going to just rinse the salt off. Doesn't matter if you get it all. You just really want the bulk of it to come off. Good. Okay. Shake off some of the water. Okay, back into the bowl. So now that our cucumbers are here, we've taken out the most of the water from within the cucumbers that wanted to come out. We're going to add our thinly sliced onion. We use red onion, but we also like to use shallots because they're a little milder, or you can use white onion, yellow onion, whatever you want, whatever you have, just like always, whatever works for you. You're going to have about a quarter cup of it. I'm just going to put it in with the cucumbers, and then we're going to give our dressing one more stir. Get our little spatula, and we'll get this all combined. So into our bowl here with our cucumbers and our onions, we're going to add the dressing that we made. You remember that 12-second dressing? This is where the little Pyrex measuring cups are nice, or any glass measuring cup, because you can just put it right in here. I'll put the description for this one. This is a 4-cup one, and I use it a lot for stuff like this, and I'll put the link to it in the description. So once it's in, once you've added the dressing to the onions and the cucumbers, all you're going to do is toss to coat. You want to get a good coat on all of these cucumbers. What we're going to do after we're done this is put it in the refrigerator. You want to let it sit for at least 2 hours. You really need that time for the flavors to come together. You can make this ahead of time, even up to 24 hours. You want to let it sit in the refrigerator. Of course, you've got mayonnaise in there, so this is important. But 2 hours to 24 hours of marinade time is going to make this even better. The longer it sits, the better it is. Oh, look, cucumbers everywhere. Anyway, maybe use a bigger bowl. So now that we have all of this coated, we are going to go ahead, take our plastic wrap, and we are going to recover our salad, and into the refrigerator it's going to go until we serve it. And I guess those guys can go back in too. Maybe I'll eat this one. It's so good. All right, so we're coated in plastic wrap, we're dressed, it's going back in the fridge, it's going to stay there for 2 hours to 24 hours. For us today, it's only going to be 2. We're going to serve it with dinner. And we're back. Okay, so I've taken our salad out of the refrigerator. You can see the dressing that's developed while it sat in there. The flavors have all come together. It's creamy, it's fresh, it's tangy. It's a 5-minute salad. The last time I made this, I went to get some for myself, and there wasn't any left. This is just some church cookbook recipe, but man, oh man, it's good. And everybody's gonna like this one. It's just a great little salad if you just need something to take and share. So hopefully you guys will get the recipe from the description or from our website at therecipebandit.com. Please keep joining us. We're gonna keep making delicious everyday recipes using stuff you have in your house. That's just what we do. This one is nothing. It takes no time at all. And I'm so glad I was able to show you today. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope to see you again soon. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any new recipes. We're putting them out at least once a week. Thank you guys. Appreciate all of you. Looking forward to seeing you again.